Hi entrepreneurs, welcome to another Let's Chat video. So for those of you who don't know, I do this series on my channel where I literally just talk to the camera and I do my best not to edit anything. Just a kind of candid, open conversation. And it was a series that I started many years ago on this channel and then brought it back recently. And the reason why this is kind of important is because I feel like the unfiltered version of me sometimes brings out the best content, the best gems. And obviously it's not as, you know, well put together and well edited as my other videos and my other content, but I do know that there's a small portion of my audience who might get a lot of value from these videos. And today's one, I'm speaking about like why I often consider leaving marketing forever. And like business is something I've always loved. I've always loved business, like from I was in school, it's always something I knew I was going to do. I always wanted to be a businessman. And then I started my first business very young. So, as a teenager, I started my very first business. And one of the reasons why I got into marketing was because although I felt like I had really good natural business acumen, I didn't know how to market. Like it was something I had to learn, especially digital marketing. So for my first ever business, I tried like to do SEO for my website. I tried to build my own website, and I also did a few paid ads using Google ads at the time. And obviously the landscape of digital marketing has changed so much since I kind of started my first ever business. And it was a physical business as well, so it wasn't like I wasn't selling like a digital product or anything like that, but I was just using the internet to help me to promote. But I didn't find like what I would say a lot of useful information about digital marketing. So when I set up my first business, like here in the UK, I set up a business bank account, and the bank that I set up the business with, they had like this digital marketing program that they put on for new startup businesses basically. And I guess it was a way of, that bank trying to help its business customers to stay in business for longer, make a profit or whatnot. And I remember like being really excited to attend this digital marketing, like, I guess workshop that the bank had put on for me. And in my mind, like I'm not going to mention the name of the bank, but in my mind, I was thinking, I'm a teenager. I'm just starting a business and I'm learning from like one of the biggest banks in the UK about digital marketing. And I was expecting to like get some nuggets and learn some stuff that's really going to help me to market and promote my business online. Now that I'm actually in marketing, I can look back at that training and be like, it was it was missing a lot of things. Basically, it was missing so many things. It was very surface level. And even what they did teach weren't things that would really move the needle for your business, if that makes sense. And I remember them giving us coupons for like Google ads and Facebook ads, and there must have been some other coupons in there as well, maybe LinkedIn. I don't remember what it was, but I know that there was definitely coupons for Facebook ads and for Google ads, so that you put these coupons in when you're placing your ads on those platforms, and it gives you a little extra. So maybe you get £100 when you spend your first £100. Like that's a common one for these ad platforms. But they didn't really teach us anything about running ads. Like they didn't teach us about creative, what is the thing that you're going to use to attract customers to come in? If it's Facebook or Instagram ads, I guess, obviously the landscape has changed a lot since when I took that workshop. But still, are you using an image ad? Are you using a video ad? Are you using text? Like what text are you using to draw people into that ad? Who is your target audience, and what things will make them want to click on your ad? What things will make them stay on your landing page for longer? Have you analyzed some of your competitors' ads? What are they doing right? Where's missing in the market, kind of thing? Like all of these, what I would consider to be very basic, fundamental marketing principles weren't really spoken about during that workshop. And it led me to, I guess, be less informed about marketing than I could have been starting my business. And there wasn't a lot of really great information about marketing. It took me a long time to do some research to actually find really sound marketing advice. And at the time, I think now the landscape has changed. Like there's so many people speaking about marketing. I've done interviews with a lot of them on the channel, like a lot of the marketers that I would say I really like their content and I look up to. Some of them I've had on my channel and we've had discussions and so on and so forth. But I feel like when I was kind of first starting in business, there weren't that many people who I could really learn from, who were teaching marketing in a way that was beneficial. And I remember also like one of my family friends as well. He was into search engine optimization. So he'd done it as a job, as a day job. His day job was search engine optimization. And I remember like having a conversation with him about my website at the time and him helping me out. And this is before I got into marketing. So he was like helping me out with my website and telling me a few things about SEO and so on and so forth. And like, I remember like having a penny drop moment of like, if I really, really learn SEO, then I can like optimize my business so that I could be seen, because I kind of consciously knew that not a lot of business owners knew that much about digital marketing. So how I got into it was, okay, if I learn this really, really well, then I can actually do it for my own business and like, you know, far succeed past other competitors locally to me because they don't know how to market their business in the way that I do. So that was my initial intent, to learn marketing, to kind of push my endeavors forward. And then I kind of like really enjoyed it. And I think the thing about learning and when you're teaching other people, you learn quicker. So whenever I would learn something, I would be so excited to teach it here on YouTube and be like, okay, cool, this is what's working for me. This is what's working for some of the clients that I've taken on. Because obviously, I mean, with marketing, it's one thing getting results for yourself, but when you can get results for other people as well, other clients and whatnot, then it's kind of like, okay, cool, I really know what I'm doing. I really understand what I'm doing. And that was kind of off the back of kind of how this YouTube channel started, essentially, was teaching what I was learning, teaching what was working. And I kind of just fell in love with marketing. Like I fell in love with the process of, you know, someone has a product or a service and finding their audience, finding who is most likely to buy, and then figuring out what is going to entice them enough to make them want to click the links and, you know, make a purchase and join the email list and buy often, and all of these kinds of things I found fascinating. And then obviously as this YouTube channel evolved, it kind of allowed me to pick up some huge clients. You know, for those of you who've been watching this channel for a while, you know, the work that I've done with, you know, some really big organizations in terms of marketing. And that's kind of, it kind of fueled my passion in a way, because I really enjoyed making the content, and I still enjoy making the content. And I really enjoyed working with those clients and evolving and climbing in marketing. And like, it's been incredible. It's been phenomenal. But I often, and I put a video out not too long ago as well, like saying that, okay, I'm kind of finished with the whole marketing thing. And then I kind of went back on to making marketing content. And there's reasons why I did that. And I probably will dedicate a video. Maybe I'll dedicate a video if anyone cares about that at some point. But one of the main reasons why I often think about leaving marketing, and when I say leaving marketing, I don't mean I'm never going to do marketing again. But what I do mean is like leaving the teaching aspect of it, like maybe turning this YouTube channel into something less marketing, maybe not making LinkedIn courses or just courses in general about marketing, and step away from teaching marketing. The reason why I often consider that is because sometimes I do feel like I'm giving away my best secrets. And I'm not like one of those marketers who will give you kind of half the formula. Like I've got the entire formula here, like, you know, a little bit of a joke, but not really. Do you know what I mean? Like I give away a lot. And I think what I don't really post is a lot of behind the scenes as well. Like I've got friends and family members, yeah, who are on my email list, you know, because they've asked me for marketing advice, and I'm like, the best thing to do is read the formula. And I understand that it might come across a little bit salesy online, but genuinely, one of like my mindset behind making the formula was like, I want a family member of mine or a really close friend of mine to ask me about marketing and me refer them to the formula. Like when I was thinking about writing it, I was thinking with that in mind, because and I understand that like people who they might take offense to the fact that they've asked you a question and you're telling them to go to your website and download the formula. But the reason why I had that mindset was because, like, let's say I'm meeting a friend at a party, or we meet up for drinks or whatever it is. Like, it's probably going to take me a good 4 or 5 hours to explain the basics of what you need to know about marketing. And rather than me sitting there explaining everything, it's better for you to have an understanding of the basics. And then when we sit down, there's more substance to that conversation, if that makes sense. So it's almost like do a little bit of pre-research just by reading this. And the formula, I particularly wrote it in a way that's like, it's not a huge read. Like you can sit down and read it in half an hour, And I feel like whenever I have a conversation with someone who has read the formula, whether it be, someone from my email list who wants consulting, or someone who's watched my YouTube videos, or a friend or a family member, like their understanding level of marketing is way beyond someone who hasn't. And I can immediately tell when someone sends me a message or writes me an email, I can immediately tell if they've read the formula or not, or if they've at least done some prior marketing research before, because the nature of our conversation is a lot different. And I have worked alongside an SEO agency for a little while now, where, those of you who email me about SEO or watch my SEO videos or whatnot, and you want SEO help, like, I've been doing like free audits essentially with this company. And whenever we have someone on who is like an avid watcher of my content, you can always see they're very strategic with how they kind of go about their SEO, even though I'm sitting there in the meeting with them and we have the SEO agency with us who's kind of like, going through the back end of their website and whatnot. Like, I can always tell when the person I've referred is someone who's watched a lot of my content, who's read the formula, because it kind of, knowing marketing empowers you in a way, because if you're leaving all of your marketing to your marketing agency, the person who's taking over your SEO or your social media or whatever, and you don't really know what they're doing, you don't know about marketing, then you're giving all of the power to them essentially. You're taking a lot of the power back when you understand marketing, but you're literally just subcontracting out the work so that you can focus on actually running your business, if that makes sense. And I always find it strange whenever someone comes to me and just wants me to take over their marketing, or wants an agency to just take over their marketing, and they haven't done any research into marketing. Because now, let's say I take over someone's marketing for their business, and I'm responsible for their paid ads on Google, their Facebook and Instagram ads, their TikTok ads, whatever it might be, and I'm driving them sales consistently. I understand the keys to driving them sales better than they do. So it means that if I decided I wanted to start a competing brand, I'm going to take over their business completely, because they don't know how to run Google ads or Facebook ads for their business. And obviously you could say that that's unlikely to happen. But I think that learning marketing as a business owner is so empowering. It allows you to just understand the landscape so you can make vital decisions in your business in terms of how you acquire new leads and new customers for your business. So it's a vital skill. And like, I became really passionate about being the marketer that I never had when I was starting my first business. I was like, I really wish I had a YouTube channel like Day Tips, or I wish I had the formula. Like, if I could go back in time and give myself the formula when I was starting my first ever business, then that would be incredible. That would be great. And so I always think about that. Like, I always have that in the back of my mind. And, the formula has been read by so many entrepreneurs, and I know it's helped so many business owners to get their start and to, create sustainable income for themselves, which makes me very happy. But kind of going back to the reason I'm considering, and I often consider leaving teaching marketing, is because in a way I feel like I'm giving away my best advice. I don't give away cookie cutter advice. I give away what's working for me, what's working for my clients, what I'm seeing working. And I try to package it in a way, especially with my consulting and with my courses, I try to package it in a way that's really easy to digest. And some of my clients who actually implement what I teach them what I show them go on to do like really, really well in their business. And yeah, so that's one thing. Like I feel like there's a piece of me that gives away a lot, but also I feel like I kind of shifted away from the reason why I started learning marketing. It was to grow my business and not necessarily to be a marketing consultant. Like I never, that wasn't, that's kind of what happens. And I guess in life that happens as well, where you kind of fumble into something that it wasn't necessarily your intention, but it's working and it's bringing in finance, it's bringing in opportunities. And so that's kind of where it was for me. But there's a strong piece of me that's like, if I was to just start my brand again, like the businesses that I started prior to learning digital marketing, like I know I could absolutely smash it with my experience now, with my marketing knowledge, and I'm in an industry that I'm not competing with some of the best marketers in the world. Like I'm competing with your everyday entrepreneur who probably doesn't know how to set up a Google ad properly, and I could do extremely well there. And so there is a piece of me that gets tempted every now and again to be like, maybe I should make a shift and maybe I should focus less on marketing related content and, build my brand that I always have wanted to do. So I've been battling with that for a while, and I told my brother I was going to make this video actually, and kind of just get you guys' response to it. And he was like, well, obviously the people who follow your content are going to tell you not to give up making the marketing content. But obviously I know this is a long video and not a lot of you will probably make it till this very end. But I just thought it would be interesting. I would love to get your thoughts on this. Those of you who have watched some of my marketing content, you've read the formula, maybe you've taken courses or we've done consulting and it's really helped your business. Like, I would love to get your feedback and your thoughts in the comments or send me an email, however you would prefer. Because I would love to get your thoughts on this video, what you thought about it, whether you kind of have similar, I guess, thoughts or struggles in your business, and what advice would you give? Would you say, look, Sam, you've given us some great content over the years. You don't have to focus on giving us the marketing content. We could take it from here, focus on your other businesses, kill it. And we've got enough of your content or whatnot, or would you selfishly want me to continue making marketing content? Would love to know your thoughts. Yeah, hit me up. But for now, I'm still doing the marketing content. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. This week is recording week for LinkedIn, so I'm currently recording a LinkedIn course, which is probably why this video is a good timing for me as well, like not having to edit this video, because a lot of my time and energy right now this week is going into making a new LinkedIn course, which I'm excited about. And if you want to know about my new releases of courses, and I'm doing a lot of webinars as well, where I'm teaching like AI, I'm teaching like new things and whatnot. One thing I will say is, even if I do decide to make less marketing content, I will always email my list things that I'm doing. So that's kind of a plug for the email list, but I'm being genuine about that as well. You guys on my email list are the first to know about new courses I'm making, webinars, all of those kinds of things. So if you haven't downloaded the formula, then make sure you do, because when you download it, it will put you on the email list. Links will be in the description down below, or you can just go to my website, daytips.com, download the formula, stay on the email list so you always stay up to date with what's going on. But yeah, until next time, guys, have a great day and I'll see you soon.